Pink, blue, sports, makeup. These are all things that we associate with men or women, boys or girls. Why is it that we condition our children to see the world through categories, to see people as categories and not as individuals? My objective isn't to make you think one way or another. It is, however, to invoke change. Change into what you think about when you view men and women. I'm Raquez Rouse, and I am feminized in a masculine world.
This topic of, masculine and femininity, what's the difference? Why is it that men should only be masculine, but women should only be feminine? Why is there no gray area? Why is it just one or the other? It started for me when I was younger because I always felt a little different. I wasn't into football and, sports and, some things I like to go outside and, play in the woods and climb trees, but it wasn't anything that most boys did. And I gravitated more towards things that were tended to be more feminine. So I had more friends that were girls. I used to get, why do you, spend so much time in the bathroom? Why do you spend hours in the bathroom? And my family used to, kind of tease me about it because I literally would. I just really cared, and I still care about my upkeep and my appearance. And it was something that I was uncomfortable with doing. So I would try to, make it seem like I wasn't in the bathroom as long, or make things seem like they weren't, to, appeal normal to those that were around me.
Ralph Lauren once stated, "Personal style is about having a sense of yourself and of what you believe in," which is basically self-confidence. When you have that confidence, you can wear whatever you want and project something personal about who you are and how you feel.
So I came up with this idea for this topic, feminized in the masculine world. It's something that I recently, back in March of this year, experienced, especially when I found out that, upon long time ago telling my family, my mom and everything, grandparents, that I was gay, things came with that. The stereotypical, being feminine and all that stuff comes along with that. But I found that I gravitated towards makeup. So for my mom, it was something that she didn't approve of. It was something that she saw as a taboo for men to, want to wear. Why would you want to wear makeup? I remember my grandmother saying, "Were you trying to be a woman or something?" And it was to me, it kind of took me back because I know my intention, but they're not inside of my head. They don't know, or inside of my heart, I should say. So they don't know exactly what my purpose is. And then it brings me to society. Society looks at you from the outside, and they don't know what your intentions are. They don't know what you're feeling. They don't know what you think, but they go off of what they think they know based on a certain group of people. And I'm not saying that there's no truth behind stereotypes, because I feel like they do come from something. However, they shouldn't be generalized for an entire group of people.
What happens when the roles are reversed? When there's a boy that likes makeup, or a girl that likes cars? What do we do with those? Do we ostracize them from society? Do we label them as being gay or lesbian? Or do we just embrace them as being individuals?
Even though we've progressed so much as a race, our way of thinking has still been left back in time, because even now we still think things that like women should not run companies or be president, and even now we still think that men should not be, stay-at-home dads or cooking or cleaning and things of that nature. And I don't think that makes sense at all.
Growing up as a kid, I wanted to be a mechanic or a mechanical engineer. I was super into wanting to work with cars and getting into that field. So throughout high school, I took a couple drafting engineering classes, and I reached drafting 2 for mechanical engineering, and I was the only female in my class. And being surrounded by 15 men and being the only girl, it was difficult because I was the target of jokes, and it made me feel as if I went into this field, I wouldn't get the respect I deserve, even though I'm still doing as much work as you are and I'm still working as hard. So I kind of, even though my teacher was saying, well, you could go into the honors class next quarter and do level 3, I told him I honestly can't do this anymore because I didn't feel appreciated enough. So I moved more toward the arts, and that was kind of a decision that I'm a little bit upset about.
I think it's sad, actually, that we have to speak about this. I think it's sad that we have to speak about just people just being equal to each other, and that it's sad that we have to decide as a society whether or not we should allow somebody that we don't even know to be themselves. And I think that's not fair that people have to even go through that. No one should have to be allowed to be themselves. It should be something that comes natural. That's not a right given. It's not like a privilege given to you. It's a right that you have just for being born.
I feel like this project definitely hits my heart a little bit. It's something I can relate to, and I think it's a strong project that needs to be put out there, because people need to realize that you don't need to fit a certain gender role to be a strong person in life with a strong attitude. And I've thoroughly enjoyed being a part of this project, and I'm glad that my story can get out there along with everyone else's story who's a part of this project. And others have it worse, some have it better, but in all honesty, this is a great PSA, really.
I want you to do me a huge favor right now. Do me a huge favor. I want you to be completely yourself. I want you to be that person that you know deep down inside you are, but that you try to hide from people. I want you to be that person that God created you to be. That amazing person. That person that's supposed to do great things and that's supposed to rise above these so-called labels. Because that's what labels are. Labels were meant to confine. They're meant to keep things in a certain perspective and a certain level. But you're an individual. You're meant to rise above labels. You're meant to do great things. But you're only capable of doing what your mind tells you, what your heart tells you. So think beyond. Think more of people around you. Think more of yourself. Because you'll see that you'll learn a lot just by beginning to appreciate those that are different. Embrace those that are different. Instead of shunning and running away, run towards those that are different. Embrace yourself. You're a masterpiece. So rock it and be completely you. Thanks for watching.